Good evening, super peoples. JS here, checking in on this super summer Saturday, August 17th, 2019. Those of you who were tuning in for the first time, welcome, and I thank you. I'm a bit late with this edition of the Daily Dose by JS, but I assure you during the week I post earlier than on a Saturday night. Anyway, my goal is to post once a day, hence the name Daily Dose, and I have a format and I'm trying to kind of tweak it a little bit. This is in the infancy stage right now. This is for kind of like a soundboard for me to build day by day myself in my recovery. Is where it started, and I'm an artist, and I feel that art imitates life. Art is expression, and art is or can be communication. The title of this segment of the Daily Dose is Within the Combo, Communication is the Key. So within the combination, communication is the key. And I'll get into the combination later. First, I just wanted to say whether there's 5 people watching, 1 person, or 5 million, that my script is still going to be the same once I get it down to where everything is going to be. Around 10 minutes is what it usually is. And I have the scheduling down. I have my plan book, right here. I have all the stuff in there. August. Well, that was July, but just goes to show what I got going on. And, the part, recovery is number one. Getting, my housing and keeping my housing and keeping my bills on is number two. And then, this video is number three, but it is a part of my life, and it has become a part of my life. I just don't want it to encompass my whole life and overtake it. So today was Saturday, went to a meeting, helped some people's out, staining the wooden beams. They're moving after 45 years at the same house, and it's where I filmed a couple times, broadcasted from the backyard in Holliston. So, and then I got something to eat, and just wrote the script. I did some artwork. I'll show you it towards later on. That's my passion. That's what I do. And now my medium is, the video. So, I do paper and pencil. I use tape. And I have the Life Water bottles. I will be sponsored at some point. Life Water has these labels which you can tear off. And, right now my motivation for these videos is, oh, this is way cooler when I first thought of it. Rather than you guys watching me struggle online. There we go. Right there. So this comes off, and you have a little picture here. So I put this on a big board after I drew something, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But, I'm working towards stuff. It's a goal in the future. I'm building a community, basically. I hope to. It's one of my goals, with a message of positivity, recovery, integrity, and actuality. I say this with all sincerity. I genuinely love writing, creating, casting right now. Just me. It's easy. Developing and finally broadcasting this, YouTube, and then I'm going to Reddit, Twitter, Instagram. Spoke with a good friend today, and we went over some stuff, how to reach different peoples and what platforms are for what. And it's, everything is positive as far as, my thinking. Everything's positive, but is everything on the daily dose going to be positive? No. There's some times where I'm going through some things, and I don't air out my dirty laundry. Oh, trust me, I have some dirty laundry, and I definitely try to stick to the script as far as, the quote, the news, a warm greeting in the beginning, and then relating it to my recovery, what I'm doing. And this is what I do. This is what I'm doing. This is my script, part of it right here. That's just one page. I think I have 4 pages today, so it might be a little longer, but, we'll see. My Bemis score right now, 787. A 7, I may feel okay, and talking to this friend, I don't need to eat every 2 hours per se. At least something, maybe like a kind bar to fill it in. But 3 to 4 hours for like a meal is enough, and just focus on the proteins, the carbs, and the fats, and that proportion can vary depending on what outcome I'm trying to get. Um, you know, Muscle or gain weight, but I'm there. I'm getting there. I'm pretty good. So focused mind is an 8. I'm strong, focused. I work through uncomfortable situations, and I get stronger mentally. I keep myself occupied, which helps a lot. Helps to use the creative arts as creative healing, creative arts as healing. The 7 is for spirituality. I know the spirit, the sky spirit guide is definitely there. I call the force. I didn't wake up in the morning saying, thank God, but I usually do. Usually I'm pretty good with it. The scooter thing the other day. Today I'm a little unsettled, but passed by a cop on the way to, this client's place, this friend, over in Holliston, and as I passed him by, I was thinking, slow down a little bit. I think it was a 20, 30, 25, 30. I might have been going 40. I wasn't going 80, but enough to where he put his lights on as I passed by him, and then he didn't pull out, though. I don't know. I had hats in my front. I mean, I had a couple hats, Red Sox hat. I don't know. I have no idea. But I slowed down. I didn't, like, slam the brakes on. But anyway, I got lucky or whatever, but I know that, things just click. You can tell, like, during the day they just click, and certain things just happen to where it's like, okay, I'm being helped out. So, it's a 7. I want to be an 8 or 9, but that's Zen. 9 or 10 is walking on water basically, and having a message that's it's completely calm all the time. It's still unsettled. So anyway, I'm grateful and thankful. Definitely thankful for a lot of things. Thankful for my daughter to be able to fight for her, to be present. I have options today, meetings I can go to. I was going before pretty much, nowhere, but round and round the hamster wheel. So I'm definitely thankful, definitely grateful, and grateful to be able to keep it together to make this video. I really do like making the videos, and I do like scripting and just kind of put my thoughts down and then looking at it. And some days, who knows, if I'm not having that great of a day, if I can help someone, just throw it on. And I mean, I throw it on my own video sometimes and just say, oh, that was that in the frame of mind I was that day, or oh, that's the knowledge that I had. And I try to speak truths, and I give a quote. The quote for today is, we are not individuals but states, combinations of individuals. That's by William Blake. He's a prophetic poet. He did earlier works with a tiger, and he's known for that. But this guy, Dr. John Diamond, he's an MD. He has extensive clinical experience in the healing power of the creative arts. And he wrote this book over here, which I actually got by accident. I was talking to my mom a while back, and this is The Healing Power of Blake, and edited with an introduction by John Diamond, MD. And I'll put it in the description. And I was thinking about, well, anyway, The Doors of Perception by Alfred, and Heaven and Hell by Aldous Huxley. And supposedly that's where the Doors had got their name. You open up a door with different, things, and it's kind of a far reach, but Huxley had done works. I think he referenced Blake, and that's where I had gotten the book. So anyway, that quote's from there, and I definitely believe in that. I believe that we're definitely individuals, coming together, and I believe that we are connected. Go back to the saying, the lone wolf dies as the pack survives. My recovery, I go to 3 hours, 45 minutes of group therapy, AdCare, Boston, Square Medical, Watertown, along with 45 minutes of individual therapy at SMOC. I need outside help for an inside issue. And between those are all organizations of individual, they're combinations. Even at the top, AdCare, Square Medical, SMOC, even AANA. I go to 3 to 7 meetings of those a week. NA just one, but the other ones, AA, and even though they're self-supporting, AA and NA are self-supporting organizations, but they all have a number of combinations of individuals. So anywhere ranging from 1-on-1, that's 2, and then 3 to 12 at Square Medical, and also 4 to 12 over at AdCare. But again, the whole is a combination of individuals. So that's how I've, part of my recovery, and that's how I apply it to Blake, to the title of today's segment. Is within the combo, communication is key, and this is communication. At the end, my public service announcement. That's communication. And believe it or not, I communicate with different peoples during the broadcast, the filming. So even in the title or throughout, when I do the shadow of the weather. Today's weather, I kind of skipped it, but it was 94.5 degrees above the Arctic Circle a few days ago. It was a Saturday night, so I didn't do any weather for tomorrow or this morning. But usually I do the weather after the greeting. So tomorrow, Sunday, I'll do the weather. But now we're going to hop around a little bit, and but sports. I'm going to sports. Went to the quote, discussed it, how it relates to my recovery. Now the sports. Chris Sale, the pitcher for the Red Sox, Boston Red Sox, was placed on a 10-day injured reserve list with a sore elbow. I mentioned Chris Sale before, the fastest pitcher in Major League history to reach 2,000 strikeouts. It was like 1,600 games, 1,600 and something games. Other sports news, at least Kemba Walker is contributing to Team USA to a win over in basketball, World Cup basketball. They beat Spain yesterday, today actually. But that's what I got for sports. Music news. There's 12 days till the Tool album comes out. Pretty psyched, really excited. Remember, 13 years since their last album. Their new album's called Fear Inoculum. It's already breaking records, got 5-star reviews. Probably going tour in the fall. And a fun fact is I actually met Justin Chancellor, the bassist for Tool, before a show, the 10,000 Days tour in 2006. Before the event, I was with my buddy Serge. Right before, around the corner, there was to the entrance. My buddy Serge actually recognized him. I have to admit, I didn't recognize Justin Chancellor, but he's the bassist. And he went up to him and he said, Sergio said, "You gonna play this, whatever tune?" And he went, and the guy Justin Chancellor just laughed, and he said maybe. And he had these bunny ears, these Mickey Mouse ears on. He had Mickey Mouse ears, I remember. So anyway, artists are usually odd ducks, as on the whole, case in point. But it's cool to be able to look forward to something, and it's good to be able to have something to share, and to bond. I love Tool. I think they're a great band. Again, on many levels. I like listening to them. They're thought provoking. So my music picks for today, for tonight, Trampoline by Shaed. Again, it's from Alt Nation, so it's kind of alt rock, a lot of 80s influence. And another one is 100 Bad Days, the number 100, and then Bad Days by AJR. Pretty good tunes, pretty good bass, decent hook. So I hope everyone's living in joy, doing what they want to do, doing what they love to do. If not, make a call, send a text, write an email. Communication is the key. Reach out. Family, friend, doctor, group meeting, YouTube video, other social media. And stay hydrated. Don't text and drive. This is JS, signing off.